Hey, it's Andrew. I just got a couple books from the library, and I just wanted to. I did from Hebrew to Kabbalah on a blog, so I just wanted to. I found in a book on the Dead Sea Scrolls, the canon of the Hebrew Bible, which is like their, the core beliefs or what it composes of. And there's the first five books of which is the Torah, which is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Um, they also state their prophets are Joshua, Judges. I guess that's Samuel. I forgot to put the L. I don't know. Could be Sam. It has to be Samuel. Kings, Isaiah, Jeremiah. They have writings included, which is Psalms, Proverbs, Job, Ruth, Lamentations, Ezra, Nehemiah. There's late marginal books, which don't really. They're like smaller books that like still teachings can be learned from them, which are es- ecclesiates. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ecclesiates, yeah. Esther, uh, Ezekiel, Daniel, and Songs of Songs. But one thing I found out, one of the passages that they found, I think it was the one from Cave 4, um, was when Nahash besieged Jabesh Gilead, which is somewhere in the Bible. I don't know exactly. It's probably Chronicles or Kings or something. Um, but when they was besieging them, they asked for reprieve and they would surrender under if they gave them conditions. And they said, if we can gouge out your right eye, we'll take your surrender. And they said, give us 7 days, which in the Bible, apparently, it's like they waited 7 days to see if anyone would come help them. And but from the Dead Sea Scrolls, it says they said, give us 7 days to send out messengers, and if nobody comes to our aid, we'll surrender to you. And a funny thing, David versus Goliath. David was a shepherd, and apparently, when the message was received by the people from Jabesh Gilead, Saul was driving cattle, according to the Dead Sea Scrolls that I read. So it's kind of funny that like that was happening, but he saw people crying, and he was like, "What's happening?" And basically, they told him what happened, and he killed off a lot of his oxen for food, and gave it to each messenger, and said, "Deliver this to people." I guess for food, but he said, "If you don't form rank to go defend these people, you're basically gonna look like this," which is a piece of meat slaughtered. He'll come kill you with whatever army he can get. People were very fearful of God, putting their hopes in Saul, King Saul. And on the sixth day, the message was received by Jabesh Gilead, saying that Saul would be there. And I think he was with Samson. And one group sent 30,000, another group sent like 3,000 or something like that, or maybe it was 300,000 and 30,000. The point is they had like a overwhelming victory, and in the Dead Sea Scrolls it said no man that survived went unscattered by himself. Like there was no two people together. Like they just had to it was like a flood of people just swarming the Nahash who was attacking the Israelites. And another passage missing was a history that was left out of the Bible completely, apparently, at least to my knowledge, is what it was saying. And that's that as Nahash was attacking Israel, different parts, he had already gouged out the eyes and conquered territories of many people. So that part's left out of the Bible, I think. And it's just funny because I used to say to people like, like the victor writes history. Whoever is victorious writes history. And these people are victorious, and they hid that from history. Not only that, they don't really acknowledge that in their even canon, to my knowledge, unless one of these books contains that battle, which it might. I haven't read the whole Bible yet. I'm working on it. Um, but I found it interesting that they didn't mention that. I guess it's because they didn't want to write. They wanted to talk about the victory, not the loss before the victory. Why did nobody even try to reach out? They didn't have faith in their own people. I guess is the lesson learned. But one group did, and it paid off for them. They survived, and that's when Saul was basically named king over the territory until David took over way later. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna do more reading on that, and I got some other books, but so a couple posts are headed up. But thank you. Bye.